Would you tell them the truth? When you gonna keep it gangster? Hey. Then when you gonna keep it gangster? When you gonna keep it gangster? You bit. That's what you did. You lied to me for 6 months and then you told me you had that.
But this isn't just about one man's anger. This is about an outbreak, a conspiracy, and one woman at the absolute center of it all.
Syphilis has surged all the way up to 79% in the year 2025 leading into 2026. HIV has surged and increased in 17%. Gonorrhea, chlamydia has surged 32%. And the ages are from 15 to 24 years old.
40,000 people, one spring break, and now Atlanta is burning.
Yes, they got me in this. I don't know. I can't get out of it. I'm getting too much money. I don't want to get out of it.
But here's what nobody is connecting. It all started in Houston, Texas, March 2025. 3 million people descended on that city for spring break. What happened next would reshape an entire generation. Within days of spring break ending, a nurse from Houston General Hospital went public with numbers that would shock the nation. She didn't sugarcoat it, she laid it all out, raw and unfiltered. According to her official report, 40,000 people tested positive for STDs in Houston alone. That's not an estimate, that's documented cases. Syphilis up 79%, HIV up 17%, gonorrhea and chlamydia surged 32%. But here's the thing nobody wants to talk about. These numbers are only the recorded cases, the people who actually got tested. Think about how many people went home, felt symptoms weeks later, and never reported it. Think about how many infected others before they even knew they were carrying something. The nurse broke down the demographics. Ages 15 to 35, mostly concentrated in Montrose, downtown, South Union areas known for nightlife, hookup culture, and what the streets call quick links. And yes, there was literally a trend. Young people, kids, really going to Houston specifically to see how many people they could sleep with in one trip. No protection, no consequences. Just record it, post it, move on. The virus spread like wildfire because that's what viruses do. One person infects another. That person goes home, infects someone else. Within weeks, it was everywhere. But Houston wasn't the only city affected. Atlanta caught the wave hard. And Atlanta had already been a hotbed for STD transmission for years. The infrastructure for infection was already there. The culture was already there. Atlanta just needed a spark. Enter the deal culture. If you don't know what that means, DL stands for down low. It's a network of men who claim to be straight but secretly engage with other men. And in Atlanta, this culture runs deep. These men cruise. They drive around known areas looking for anonymous hookups with strangers. They don't use protection. Then they go home to their wives and girlfriends like nothing happened. But that's not even the worst part. There's something called glory hole sand. This is extremely prevalent in Atlanta. Men find designated spots in adult bookstores, video booths, public restroom stalls places where they can engage in acts through holes in walls with complete strangers, complete anonymity, complete lack of safety. And recently, there's been talk about straight men going to gay barbers known for providing happy endings to their haircuts. We're talking about a public health crisis disguised as everyday life. This is the environment. This is the breeding ground. And then Sexxy Red stepped into Iton, somehow became the face of it all. By the time the Atlanta outbreak hit critical mass, Sexxy Red had already been the subject of whispered allegations for months. But nobody was really paying attention. She was just another rapper, another influencer pushing hookup culture through her music and her persona. Then, something shifted. Every single social media post reporting on the STD outbreak in Atlanta had her face on it. Not because she was at spring break, not because she was part of the initial transmission chain, but because her brand, her entire existence in the public eye had become synonymous with unprotected sex, STD transmission, and reckless behavior. She had made it her identity. Think about her music. Think about the messages she was sending to young girls and young men. Get your money. Stay gangster. Don't care about consequences. And embedded in all of that was the implicit message: recklessness is freedom. And then there was the merchandise, the lip gloss line called Northside Princess. And the glosses, they had names like the infections themselves. It was almost like she was branding the outbreak. That's when things got personal. Boosie Badazz has been in this industry for 2 decades. He's seen it all. He's done it all. There's one thing he never expected to deal with, being lied to for 6 months about his baby mother's health status. That's when he snapped. He went live, raw, unfiltered, and he didn't hold back.
Why you lying? Do all know what's going on with you? Do you tell him you burn it, or do you lie to him like you did me? Or is you lying to you did me? Or is you lying? Or did you lie to me? Did you lie? Did you tell him the truth? Or did you tell him the truth? When you gonna keep it gangster? Hey. Then when you gonna keep it gangster? When you gonna keep it gangster? You bit. That's what you did. You lied to me for 6 months and then you told me you had that.
Listen to that anger. Listen to that hurt. This isn't performative outrage. This is a man who trusted someone he had a child with, someone he was intimate with, and he was lied to for half a year, 6 months. He had no idea, and according to his account, she knew the entire time. She knew what she was carrying. She knew the risks, and she chose not to disclose it. That's not just a personal betrayal. That's a potential criminal act. Knowingly transmitting an STD without consent is a felony in most states. But Boosie's accusation wasn't unique. It was just the loudest. Before Boosie went public, there was already a pattern forming. Weeks before his breakdown, another content creator named Gucci Third Leg had been accused of catching herpes from Sexxy Red. When the allegations dropped, Gucci immediately went and got tested. He was waiting on his results. The internet was analyzing his medical records in real time. But here's what's important. Gucci never blamed her publicly. He kept it relatively quiet. He got tested. He moved on. That's the difference between someone protecting themselves and someone protecting her.
When I first found out about this whole, a whole situation blowing up, I strictly went straight to get tested. Even right now, I'm still waiting on my results. My results will be in by tomorrow.
But then there's the other narrative that started circulating, the one that connects all of this to something much darker. According to Orlando Brown, and we're going to get into this, Sexxy Red isn't just recklessly transmitting STDs. She's being paid to do it. By who? The CIA, the Illuminati, the Masonic Order. Take your pick. Is it conspiracy? Or is there a kernel of truth buried under layers of industry politics and power dynamics? Now, whether you believe the Illuminati angle or not, and there's legitimate debate there, the core allegation remains, she knew, she didn't tell, and multiple people have now been affected. That's the undeniable part. But then, Sexxy Red herself opened a door she maybe shouldn't have. Someone posted screenshots of gifts she had received, luxury items, designer pieces, along with a card that read, "Welcome to the Masonic Big Sexy." She had apparently posted this herself, not thinking anyone was watching. But people were always watching. And then there was a video. Sexxy and her hairstylist, casual conversation. Her stylist mentions leaving something at the Freemason temple. Sexy's entire body language shifts. She looks uncomfortable, almost panicked. She cuts the video, redirects to the elevator.
We're at the temple.
Now why she finna lie?
And then, in what can only be described as a moment of unfiltered honesty, Sexxy Red, straight up, admitted it.
It's time for me to just keep it 100 with y'all. Like, yes, they got me in this. I don't know. I can't get out of it. I'm getting too much money. I don't want to get out of it. That's what y'all wanted to hear, now I'm saying it.
She said the quiet part out loud. They got me in this. I can't get out of it. I'm getting too much money. That's not the statement of someone making free choices. That's the statement of someone caught in a system, someone who knows what she's doing, and someone who's been compensated to keep doing it. The Masonic Order, for those who don't know, is a centuries-old organization with deep ties to power structures, wealth, and influence. Members take solemn vows. They have networks that span industries, governments, and continents. And according to conspiracy theorists and industry insiders alike, they have significant control over entertainment. Is Sexxy Red a high-ranking member? Probably not. Is she a tool being used by higher-ranking members? That's the allegation. While Boosie was dealing with his personal situation, another voice emerged from the culture. Charleston White, a man known for calling out hypocrisy in the black community, especially when it comes to young women being groomed into destructive behavior, and he didn't mince words.
Sexxy Red say she like the raw dog.
I bet it was plenty nappy head uncles and everything else. Y'all dogging that little old. Them hoes ain't looking at no how. Let the word get out of nigga good. Girl, eat good. And tell Sexxy Red, little old ain't nothing but a calm bucket.
Hey, she posted a few videos going viral natural, and she got a great feedback.
That ain't got nothing to do with her being contaminated. Any broad that's running around bragging about getting raw dog, that little old ain't nothing but a calm bucket.
Charleston White wasn't just criticizing Sexxy Red, he was criticizing what she represents, a spirit, a gangster spirit that he argues is being deliberately introduced to young black girls to destroy them from the inside out. He goes further. This is where it gets heavy, because Charleston is connecting the dots that nobody else is openly connecting. If Sexxy Red is being used, deliberately or not, to infect and corrupt young black people, then she's part of a larger system of control, a system designed to hold back an entire demographic through disease, dysfunction, and demoralization. That's not just about one woman's sexual choices. That's about warfare. But let's step back from the conspiracy angle for a second, because there are real people who have been affected. Real people with real consequences. One rapper from Chicago, Vonoff17000, posted on Facebook about his experience, and his post went viral for all the wrong reasons. That's not a rumor. That's not speculation. That's a documented public statement from someone claiming direct physical consequences from contact with Sexxy Red, and it's not isolated. According to the narrative that's been spreading, and that Boosie confirmed, multiple Atlanta rappers who've been linked to Sexxy Red have tested positive for STIs. That's not a coincidence. That's a pattern. And yet, Sexxy Red continues to downplay it. She continues to act like it's no big deal. She continues to brand herself as this untouchable, reckless figure who doesn't care about consequences. By the time Boosie's breakdown went viral, social media had already made its judgment. The comments rolled in. People weren't sympathetic. They weren't confused. They were angry. One person wrote, "If an STD was a walking, talking human, it would look like Sexxy Red." Another, "New Day Sodom and Gomorrah, no lie." And there were thousands more like that. People connecting the dots between her music, her behavior, her brand, and the actual public health crisis happening in real time. Now, is she part of some grand Illuminati conspiracy to destroy black rappers? That's where the narrative becomes murky. That's where we're dealing with allegation versus fact. But what's not murky is the harm, the real harm, the documented harm.
When you gonna keep it gang? You bit. That's what you did. You lied to me for 6 months, and then you told me you had that.
That's a man who trusted someone he had intimate relations with, someone he created a child with, and he was lied to for half a year. That's the thing about disease transmission. It's not abstract. It's not theoretical. It's real. It's physical. It's forever. An STD doesn't go away. Herpes doesn't go away. HPV doesn't go away. Chlamydia can be treated, but the damage, the trust, the health complications, the psychological trauma that lingers. And when it's transmitted knowingly, when someone knows they're infected and doesn't tell their partner, that's not just recklessness. 40,000 people in Houston, surging rates in Atlanta, multiple rappers, multiple accusations, one woman at the center, and a system that's protecting her instead of protecting the people she's harmed. The outbreak isn't over. The infections are still spreading. The young people are still being groomed, and Sexxy Red is still getting paid.
Like, yes, they got me in this. I don't know. I can't get out of it. I'm getting too much money.
She can't get out of it. She's getting too much money, and while she's cashing checks, people are getting sick. Real people, real consequences, real lives altered forever. That's the story nobody wants to tell, but that's the story that matters.